Example 6 has you use the Excel calculator to calculate with dates. You're going to be looking at the one that says financial math dates to be able to do that. So A has us determine the number of days from March 15th to October 6th. And B has us determine the due date of a loan made on November 3rd for 180 days. So it has both calculators, one that goes from a specific date to another, and the second is just add on a certain number of days. And the calculators that we have in the financial math calculator will do both. So let's go look at that. This is the financial math dates calculator. The first one, we want to go from March 15th to October 6th. And sometimes when you put in the dates, you might end up with a negative number. Let's look. March, oops. So we're going to go to the yellow area, put the first day, which is March 15th. And see, it changes the format. And the second one, I'm going to put in October 6th. And it tells us it's 205 days. So it takes care of that for us. If you have a negative, that can sometimes happen when you're going from a later time in the year to the next year. And if they give you a negative number, they're going backwards in time, which isn't helpful. So for example, if I wanted to go from December 1st to October 6th, it gave me a negative 56. So what I have to do is put in December 1st of 2000. Oops, make that December 1st of 2000. And the next one, I'll put in March 1st of 2000. Okay, let's try that out. December 1, 2000. And then the second one, I'll put in March 1 of 2000. 2001. And then it'll calculate it properly. So just put in, it doesn't matter the year you put in, unless it's a leap year, and that's trickier. So just if you get a negative, put in the specific year for the first day as 1 year and the second day as the next year, and it'll calculate it properly. Let's look at part B. Determine the due date of a loan made on November 3rd for 180 days. So we're going to put in November 3rd here and say I want to add 180 days and click enter. And it tells you the new date is May 2nd. So that one's pretty simple. You just put in a date and just tell how many days you want to add. Okay, let's see how we're going to use those dates in example 7 using the banker's rule. Using the banker's rule, determine the simple interest that will be paid on a $2,700 loan at an interest rate of 2% for the period of March 15th to November 18th. So using the banker's rule, we have to look at the number of days and divide it by 360. So let's start with that part. So we want to go from March 15th to November 18 to see how many days we have to go to that calculator. So if we go to financial math dates, we're going to go and put in March 15th. And our second date will be November 18. So it tells us it's 248 days. So going back to our problem, we know that the time is going to be 248 out of 360 days. That's what the banker's rule says. So when we calculate that, we're going to get 0.6889. Always do 4 decimal places. Makes it much more accurate calculation. Okay, so looking at the question now, we need to know what else. We are doing simple interest on a $2,700 loan. So our principal is $2,700, and it tells us our interest rate is 2%. Okay, let's get out our simple interest calculator. So our simple interest calculator, we're going to put in our 2,700. Oh, sorry, that's not our interest. Sorry, principal, 2,700. Our rate is 2%, and our time was 0.6889. So our interest is $37.20.